Okay, guys, so today we're going to do 5 tips on playing guitar. Like when you first start playing guitar, what you should do. So, I've been playing guitar for about 4 years now. So I'm still kind of new to it, I guess. I mean, 4 years is a long time, but I'm still kind of new to it. Just because I'm young. I started playing when I was 11. I'm 50. Well, it's about to be 5 years because I got my first guitar on my birthday. Now I got my first guitar in February. My birthday is in April. I got my first guitar in February when I was 11. So, yeah, it's about to be like 5 years. Next month it'll be like 5 years I've been playing guitar. And, so, 5 tips on playing guitar. I already thought of these. 1, the biggest mistake new guitar players make is going out and buying an expensive guitar just because they know it's a nice guitar. They hear someone play it nice. They go out and buy like a $400, $500, $600 guitar or more, and that's their first guitar. No, I'll show you guys my first guitar. It currently doesn't have any strings on it. This was my first guitar. And you know what brand it is? First Act. Okay? My parents didn't want me to buy... My parents didn't want me to get a brand new guitar when I first started playing because... I mean, not a brand new guitar. Yeah, this was brand new anyways. But a really nice, expensive guitar. Because... And this is where the tip comes in. This is the main reason why you shouldn't get an expensive guitar like that for your first guitar. Is what happens, alright, if you spend... Say you buy a Stratocaster, right? A Fender Stratocaster. And say you pay like $600 for it, or else a Squier, right? And you're alright, you're playing with it, you like it for the first couple months. Then maybe a year later, or less than that, and you say, you know what? I don't think you just put it down. You don't play it ever again. Then you're out that much money, and you don't play guitar. So that's the reason why you don't want to go out and buy an expensive guitar. Plus, you're still learning, so you want a guitar that's going to be nice for that. Once my mom and dad saw that I was going to keep playing guitar, my next birthday, not my birthday after the February, but the year later, they went out and bought me, my grandparents and my parents went out and bought me a Stratocaster. And that's the one I use most of the time. And, so that's why you don't go out and buy an expensive guitar for your first guitar. Tip number 2, stop noodling away your time. I know a lot, it happened to me too when I first started playing, is when your practice time, you should be practicing like at least 2 hours a day when you first get into guitar. What?
Noodling.
Noodling. But a lot of new guitarists, they'll start practicing, they'll pick up their guitar and start practicing. And they'll just start doing random things, like that's not even part of their practice. Like, you know, you'll be learning a song, and then you pause the song, and then 15 minutes later, you're still paused, and you're just messing around on the guitar. Don't noodle away your time. Here's the best tip to do that. Here's the best way to avoid that. Set yourself a goal every day. Say, I'm going to get 2 hours of practice time, and I'm going to learn this song. And if it's say it's a 30-minute lesson, you should take close to 2 hours just to master it. Or not even 2 hours, maybe an hour, hour and a half. Just to like not master it, but like get in the hang of it and keep on practicing it. So set yourself a goal every day. I want to learn this song, or I want to learn this technique, or I want to learn this scale. Set yourself a goal so that way when you're practicing, that's all you do. You'll say, since this is my goal, this is what I want to get done, and that's how you avoid noodling away your time. Tip number 3. How should I say this? Don't bite off more than what you can chew. Don't bite off more than what you can chew. And by that, I mean, everybody's first song is usually Smoke on the Water. You know, it's an easy song. It comes to you very fast. And so what I mean by don't bite off more than what you can chew, say you just finished that. That's your first song you learn. That's your first lesson. After like, I don't know, just learning how to strum and everything. Don't go from Smoke on the Water to the solos in Sweet Child of Mine. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that.
Yeah. So like, don't go something that's way too advanced for your level. The biggest thing I can say the best thing I could say is just let time do its thing. Like you'll learn Smoke on the Water. First time you won't be too good at it. Then a month later you might have mastered it, and you're already learning like two other songs with it. So stick to your level. A lot of guitar lesson pages, it'll say like in the description of the lesson, is this a beginner, intermediate, or advanced lesson? I would say you want to stick with beginner lessons and just learn your basic chords and scale. If you play electric, definitely learn your scales. And just do everything like that first, and then you can get into learning songs. If you get the basics down, learning like scales and chords and everything, learning songs will go like that. Because can't snap that, but because then in most lessons they say, all right, these are the chords you're gonna use, and then you might bump into, oh wait, I don't know those chords, so you gotta take a step back. That's why you just stay in your level. That was 2, right? That was the second tip, right?
What was the second?
What was the second?
Noodling around?
Yeah, what was the first? No, that is. Oh, what was the first one? Oh, all right. So this is the fourth. This is the fourth. All right. Don't use tabs right away. Don't use tabs because you want to get used to the fretboard, and because a lot of problem with using tabs when you first start playing guitar is you don't know like the fretboard yet. You can't memorize where everything's at yet, and throughout your practices and everything, or if you have lessons or with a player or something, you'll start to memorize it. But don't use tabs right away when you start playing, because then you won't recognize it. You won't like know where to go on the fretboard right away. Wait a few months or whatever, however long it takes you. Some people like me, like I was self-taught. I self-taught myself and everything. I looked up lessons on YouTube, and then I bought a couple packages online, for like online lesson packages, and I didn't have an instructor or anything, so time will go by and you'll learn more. And you got those people like me who just picked up their first guitar and they couldn't put it down. And then there was a time where I put my guitar down and I didn't play it for a few months, and then I got back into it and I just still memorized everything I forget. But that's another thing. Do not just set it down. Just do not set it down. If you're doing good, you're on a roll learning, and you got some songs down, and you're feeling pretty good about it, don't just sit down. Just don't set it down. Even if you get bored with it, just stick with it. Because the worst thing you can do, because then you forget things, and you basically got to start fresh again. Tip number 5, the last tip. Just jam, man. Just jam. Don't let anybody in your house or whatever, or everybody who hears you say, if you're a beginner and you can't play that good, but you're playing and you got a song down and it's still a little scratchy, just jam. Don't matter what anybody says. And don't let that be the reason you stop playing. Just keep on playing, and sooner than you know, then you got that song down. It's like what? It's like second nature. Yeah, it's like that.
You did.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, those are my 5 beginner guitar tips. I hope you learned something from this video. I only thought of the first one, and then the rest of the 4 just came off the top of my head. But so I still owe you guys a solo video of Zombie, so I'll be doing that. I promise you guys I'll get to that. But these are my 5 beginner guitar tips. I hope you learned something, and I hope you'll use my tips.